at Sundance trailhead, doing the pre-hike ritual of going over gear, deciding what not to take, what to take, unpacking from the van, and then we are headed right about there. The trailhead starts somewhere around there, and we'll hike in about a mile or two until we find something we like and set up camp. Alright, so we found a camp spot for the night. Somewhere in here should be trees that we can use for hanging. Got a good view and probably a good spot for a fireplace. So we can call it home for the night. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Alright, now to find a spot to put the hammock. Alright, got the hammock set up for the night. Hammock number 1, hammock number 2. Ready for rain if it comes. Still got a good view from the hammocks. Sunset. Perfect. Getting ready to head out on day 2. Awesome campsite. Had good night's sleep, especially Travis.
Yeah.
Good night's sleep. So it looks a little warmish today. So our first goal is to find water. Probably within 2.5–3 miles we think there'll be a stream. And now, actually first thing we need to do is find the trail from our campsite. We're just somewhere down this way, I think. Come to our fork in the road, nicely marked, and I believe we need the Tent Canyon Trail to get to water, which we're thinking is about 2 miles in, 2.5, something like that. So it's kind of a cool intersection. Got 360-degree views of all that. Other than the sun, it's a little warm. But definitely good views. So we came to our first potential water source, and it is bone dry, which isn't good, but we're not quite desperate yet, right?
Right.
Got some water.
We'll be desperate in an hour.
But we are really hoping the next creek doesn't look like that, or we will have to come up with plan B, which we don't actually have yet, so we'll see what happens. Well, after a lot of searching and one wrong turn, we see water. Not ideal. So we're going to keep looking a little bit to see if we can find something else, but I drink that, especially since I'm almost out. So we're going to head up this trail a bit more. There's a few more pools, and see if there's any more tasty water. So I've been going along this creek for, I would guess, a mile and a half, 2 miles. Bone dry the whole way. So starting to think this is a bit of a fool's errand. About turning around. I lost Travis a while ago, I'm not sure. It's a little slower coming. He's probably thinking I'm gonna turn around, I'm guessing. But I hear running water. You probably can't hear that, but I do. So just when I was about to turn around and head back to those pools that we found earlier, lost it. There's running water here somewhere, so I'm gonna find it. Eureka! And a good place to stop for lunch, I think. So we've got running water, bench, all good. Just gotta wait for Trav to catch up, but I'm gonna start filling up water because I am out. That's the kind of water I can drink. So we'll fill up. Alright, we had a nice lunch, refilled, rehydrated, feeling good. Stream, bench, awesome. Now it's on to follow the stream, and hopefully it will continue to have water, and then we can camp somewhere along it. If not, probably have to turn around and head back the way we came after refilling. This little guy seems to not be too shy. Oh, there he goes. I'm sorry. Got a little snake friend. Very little. Not sure what kind that is.
It's a python.
Alright, so we made it to camp. Picked a little spot up on a ridge, sort of. That, I'm trying to remember when I last did a video. That creek lasted the whole trail. So that was good for water, but there's no water here, so we cameled up right at the end of that creek. So we've got plenty of water for tonight, but we'll end up having to go back the way we came in order to get water tomorrow, because there's none the way we were hoping to go that we could fill up with water. But it's life on the trail. So now it's time for supper. Cooking some stuff with alcohol pots, and start a fire and hit the hammocks, which are over there. Alright, we're breaking camp from night 2. Headed off to get back onto the trail again. Had a much cooler, windier night, but in an area that's kind of by a meadow. Saw lots of deer, heard some elk, woodpeckers, all sorts of stuff. So we're going to be mainly backtracking today due to water issues, but it's a nice cool day, so we shouldn't have too much need for a lot of water. I found out from a local that they dam up different parts of the creeks, so I assume for the cattle, so you never know which ones are going to have water and which ones aren't. So I'm not sure how you plan a trip exactly, but that cow is unsure of us, I think. He's probably part of the reason why our water gets diverted here and there. You can hear him, that's the first one we've seen. So, finally made it back to our watering hole for lunch that we did yesterday. Ended up somehow, even though we were going back on the same trail, missing a turn. So we went a mile out of our way and had to go a mile back. So got here a little later than I was hoping, but still around lunchtime. So we're going to eat lunch here and then fill up every single container we have, because there's no water after here for tonight or tomorrow until we get back to the car. Now in the no water zone, but this is by far the most scenic area of the trail, and we're carrying tons of water, so we should be good. That's a good sized one. Oh, there he goes. Ben, this is for you. Look at the size of that thing. It's as big as my fist. Big rock wall all the way down there. Bernie, if you were here, that's a tent spot for you right there. Our final night spot. Ended up very close to where our car is parked. Didn't find a good spot before that and kept wanting to go downhill, so it'll be a very easy hike out tomorrow. Much hotter today. We're just cooling off, getting set up, and getting supper soon. Alright, headed out of the woods, back to the car. Had a nice, quiet, peaceful night. And overall, it's a pretty good trip. Highlights, Travis?
Just being with you, buddy.
Oh, wow. That's touching. Finding water was a good highlight.
Yep.
The lack of bugs.
Good scenery.
Good scenery, great scenery. Definitely. So, that's it for that trip. And we're headed to the car, find some showers, get some lunch, and head on home. You're supposed to go to the sign and then turn. Gonna need you to redo that.